We have a native Californian here with us today. He said he grew up about an hour and a half here from Sonoma, and that is Kyle Larson. He's the driver of the number 42 Target Chevrolet for Chip Ganassi Racing. And Kyle, you know, you've been knocking on the door to get that first win and get into the chase. And you're at Sonoma. You're 90 minutes from home. How cool would it be to get that first win here?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Yeah, we've been close a couple times this year now, and if I was able to get in my home state here, close to home, would be awesome. This is probably one of my best tracks too. I really enjoy road course racing, especially here with friends and family that'll be here. So hopefully we can stay out of trouble, qualify good. We normally qualify really well here. I think I had the track record here last year. So looking forward to it. Had a busy off weekend, so excited to be back in the Target Chevy, and hopefully we can get to Victory Lane.
We'll take a question or two. We'll take Holly right here, and then we'll go to Isabel and then Jenna.
Holly Kane, NASCAR.com. Kyle, I remember when you won here in the K&N series a couple of years ago. What is your, you don't have a lot of road course background, do you necessarily? And why do you think you've been so successful here?
Yeah, I don't have hardly any road course experience. My first road course race was Mid-Ohio, or no, whatever it was, in 2013 when I ran Xfinity full-time. I ran 3 races then. And then I've done the Rolex 24-hour now 3 times. And then, just a couple road course races we get to run in the Cup and Xfinity series. So I'm getting more experience, but still I probably ran a little over 10 road course races in my life. But I like them because you can feel the car kind of move around a lot more. You can feel the suspension. So it feels more similar to kind of a dirt track, or I don't know if it's a dirt track, but just sprint cars and stuff, the suspension moves around a lot, and you can feel the balance in the car. And on this stuff you can too. So where on our ovals our cars are so stiff and rigid, you can't really feel a whole lot with them. So I think that's why I can feel the car a little bit better. And these tracks get really slick, and you have to hit your marks every lap, which is something I feel like I'm okay at.
All right, let's go to Isabel right here, and then we'll go to Jenna.
Yeah, this place is, I don't think it matters if it's probably 50 degrees outside or 100. This place is always slick. So, it's all, I don't know, it's fun. This place is good. Turn 7's always really slick. Down through the S's is a slick part. So, with it being, hot, it'll just be a little bit more slick. It's normally pretty hot here for the race anyways, the 2 years I've ran. So, I don't know. It doesn't race too much different, though. It's pretty fun.
Let's go to Jenna, and then we'll go to the gentleman in the back row. Thank you.
Jenna Fryer, AP. Kyle, you're still looking for your first win. So the first part of my question is, are you feeling any pressure to get it? Especially, Chip just came back from Le Mans with a win. Everything seems to be clicking, except you haven't yet gotten that win. And your performance has picked up.
Twice this week, Jenna. Where you been?
You didn't win in Chip's cars. And your performance has picked up in the last month or so. What would you attribute that to?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, Chad's new to our team this year, and I haven't had really any experience with a new crew chief coming in, before Chad. So, and I haven't been in the sport very long. So, I think when somebody new like that comes in from a established, or championship-winning race team like that, or any race team really, it's hard for them to come in and make all the changes that they want right away. So it's kind of a process, and it took some time, a couple months, and now we're building race cars the way Chad wants them built, the bodies, all that stuff, and it's made our level of or speed in the race cars get quicker. So I think that's been the main thing, is just Chad's influence has been key the last couple months, and we've, like I said, been building the cars how he wants them. I think Chad and Phil, my engineer, they've probably learned me now in the way I communicate and how big of an adjustment I need or small. So I just think it takes a little bit of time to get working together right, and now we seem to be clicking.
Are you feeling any pressure, not maybe just from Chip, but Austin and Chase and Blaney are coming on strong as well?
I don't know about pressure, but it would be nice to be the next new person to win a Cup Series race. It's been a long time since a new person's won. So, and there's a crop of us young guys in our early 20s that would like to win. Chase has probably realistically got the best chance. He's been so close week after week now, and Austin started the year out really strong. But I like road courses a lot, so we'll try and get it this week.
Let's go to the back row. We'll stay on the back row. That gentleman there, and then that gentleman there, and then we'll get the rest. Go ahead.
Mark Dembski, Fox 40 out of Sacramento. Kyle, what would you say the odds were that two guys out of Elk Grove, California would, end up in the same Cup race this weekend? And do you know Dylan very well?
A little bit, yeah. I know he went to same high school I went to. So, well, I only went through my sophomore year, and then I got homeschooled so I can go race. But I don't know. I've talked to him a couple times, but yeah, that's cool that two kind of hometown guys are getting to run here this weekend.
Racing hotbed now, or
Seems like California has always kind of been a racing hotbed. California is a really long state, but all the way from Southern California to Northern California, there's a lot of people that make it in racing. Alone in the Cup Series alone, there's a lot of Californians. So California's got the best food there is, so that's probably why.
Go ahead, sir.
Jason Toops, Fox Oakland. How difficult is it to keep your cool at this track? Because it seems like there's not a lot of room and there's a lot of bumping, more than seems like other tracks. How difficult is it just to not be like, this is not the time to take revenge?
I don't know. Everybody handles it differently. But yeah, for sure, we are on two road courses, here in Watkins Glen. This would be more similar to a short track, where Watkins Glen to me is kind of like an intermediate, where you can move people out of the way a lot easier here. It is easy to get frustrated, but it's still a long race, and you got to take care of your equipment as well. So you can't be doing payback that often. And but I don't know. Everybody races differently, but just try and keep a cool head.
Let's go right down the row here to Woody Kane. Raise your hand, Woody, and then we'll get the few here.
Woody came with MRN. Kyle, you mentioned liking the road course feel and how that kind of reminds you of dirt. When things are going well for you and you get a car like you wanted, are you one of the guys who likes to throw a car around really hard or be really smooth, and why?
I don't think this is a place where you can throw it around. It's got a slow pace. The grip wears out in the tires really fast, so you're always trying to take care of your rear tires. So I think you see the people that run well here are the ones that are smooth and can carry their car throughout a run. You keep their average speed consistent, and say that's kind of what I've done. Where I think in the past here, like short runs, I'm not very good, but long runs I seem to be really good because I try and just overly take care of my rear tires and start inch my way back forward towards the end of the run. So Watkins Glen, though, you can definitely manhandle a car a little bit more and get after it.
Let's go to Tom, and then we'll go to Mark Garrow. Go ahead.
Hi, Kyle. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. With your improved performance of late and coming close to winning a couple races already, what do you think your realistic chances are of making the chase?
Prior to our penalty, I thought it was even if we didn't win, we could probably point our way in. Obviously, it makes it tougher now with losing those 15 points. But even if we weren't to win, I still think we could even point our way in. If as long as a couple people that aren't really in a points position to make the chase don't get a win. So I think in 2014, I was further back in points yet than I even am now of making the chase, and was I think 12th in points by the end of the regular season. But Allmendinger and Almirola and Casey all three of them won a race and kind of bumped us out of the chase. So just gotta be consistent, keep running up front, and if we can run up front, wins will happen. But in our position, you still have to make the most of your day and get the most points you can.
Let's go to Mark Garrow.
Mark Garrow, PRN. You guys have momentum. You've come close. You've had potential winning cars as of late. Is there a pressure to keep that going? Because there's a lot of teams you almost get there, and then all of a sudden they got to slide back and regroup and fight their way forward to where you're at right now again. Is there a certain amount of pressure to get that thing knocked out while you guys got things going your way?
I don't know. We all want to win bad. We're all working hard to keep our cars fast. Keep up with the ever-changing garage area. So I guess pressure's there to get the win while we're running good. You look at Chip Nasty in the past. They're probably that team you described where we get so close and then we lose it and have to spend a year or half a season regrouping and getting back to where we need to be. And right now we're close where I don't think you're ever where you want to be, but we're closer to getting wins now. We've made huge gains so far this season, so we just got to stay on top of it and hopefully get a win.
A little bit of a time crunch here. We got three more. We'll go Jeff, this young lady right here, and Dominic. And if you need him, maybe on the way out, you could catch him. Go ahead.
Jeff Owens, Sporting News. Kyle, does Chip's background and success in road racing, does that help you at all here, or is it more about the driver? Is there anything the team and his success can help you in any way out here?
I mean, I don't know if the success he has in all the other types of cars he owns that run on road courses has anything to do with the way we run at the two races we get to run. Jamie's just a really underrated, really good road course racer. I feel like road courses to me are one of my best tracks, and our cars are always pretty good here too. And I think driver plays probably the biggest role of the year is at the two road courses. So it's there are two races I circle on the calendar as ones I hope to win and do really good at. So, but I don't think him winning at Le Mans helps us for here, but it's still pretty cool.
We'll take this young lady right here, and we'll end with Dominic.
Donna Beth Weilenman, Venetia Herald. Every driver I talk with describes this as a very technical course. What specific challenges, what turns do you find particularly challenging, and how do you overcome them?
The most challenging corner to me is probably, what was that, turn 7? That one's just, it's easy to wheel hop into that corner, but then also once you get turned and pointed straight, it's hard to get traction to the ground, and spin the tires extremely easy, and that kind of dictates your whole S's really. So that's where I try to work on some for myself, and I feel like I've been really good through the S's here in the couple times I ran, but turn 7's been my worst. So hopefully we'll have a good tune-up on it and be quick through there.
Final question, Dominic.
Dominic Ottago on the RacingExperts.com. With the off week last week, how much time did you use iRacing or any type of online simulation to get better prepared for this race weekend?
0. I had no time. I was in Ohio I ran six days straight there in a sprint car. So I tried to hook my computer up, but I couldn't get my internet to work at my house. So I didn't. Come on. I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We have a lot of practice today, so this is my 3rd year here. So I feel like I have a good understanding of the small things that go on here. So we'll see, though. Hopefully we're quick in practice.
Well, Kyle, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Good luck here at Sonoma.